We were talking to a guy yesterday out of Germany, and we were just talking. He's like, "Yeah, we're actually looking to invest in a company like yours." Da da da. I was like, "Oh, is there, what's going on in Germany?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's a big problem there too." And you're like, "Holy shit, it's a big world."
It's got to be the same dynamics.
Yeah.
It's e-commerce, and as e-commerce continues to scale, most people don't know or aren't cognizant of it. E-commerce is still less than 20% of total retail sales.
Yeah.
That means bricks and mortars is still over 80%.
Yeah.
And that's obviously going to change. And as it changes, the amount of equipment that's going to be needed on wheels to support it. And especially as you get more towards that on-time, like on-demand delivery.
Last mile, 2-hour
It's
delivery.
got to get pushed, and it's equipment.
And land constraint.
Yep.
I mean, just all these dynamics working against it. Nobody wants it near them.
Yeah. Oh well, that's our biggest. It's one of our biggest hurdles, but it's also one of our biggest benefits because that's what prevents a lot of people from being able to do what we do. You really you have to know how to go bulldog those sites and vet them and know that they're right.
That's funny because that's my background, is doing real estate deals, getting zoning approved in kind of niche situations. I'd take a piece of property in Florida that was zoned for one house, 15 acres, so agricultural zoning, and then take it and zone it for 300 apartments. And it would take 18 months to get through all the regulatory approvals, and it was a bit risky, but if you get it done, you create a great piece of real estate.
Yeah. The difference is, though, and that's a great experience, is people aren't so adverse to having, multi-dwelling residential in their backyard.
They are. People
I know
are
the
wild.
trucking they don't want.
Yeah, no, trucking is worse. But I did an industrial piece of property. I mean, that's literally how all this started.
Yeah.
I had an industrial piece of property in Central Florida that I was going to do a warehouse, but the width wasn't wide enough, so there wasn't enough radius for the docks for a driver to get in and out. It just was a little bit too small. So I started looking for other uses because I was under contract and had some money on the line. And I was like, what am I going to do with this thing? And I started talking with people. This is 2021, and they're like, truck parking. Like that's the thing. It's like there's not enough of it. The demand continues to go up because of e-commerce. Yeah. And so I felt I was pretty skilled in entitlements at this point. I go to the municipality. I'm like, it's zone industrial. I want to do truck parking here, and they're like, oh no. I was like, what is going on here? Yeah. And that's kind of how I got down the rabbit hole of like understanding like what is going on with truck parking.
It's funny because we see so many properties, and whether it's on the lease side or looking to acquire them, and everyone says, well, we've been parking trucks here forever. It's kind of grandfathered in. But when we come in, we bring it to a whole nother level, and then it raises everyone's antenna,
awareness,
and all of a sudden, it's not grandfathered in anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
So now you got to know what you're doing.
Yeah, that's the trouble with the grandfathered in thing. It just takes enough people to not like it, and then take it to their local municipality and raise hell about it, and they can move needles. Just a few people, and it's kind of sad.
Yeah,
it's a
but
bit sad.
If done properly and you try to get ahead of it and work with the different municipalities, it's inevitable. Everyone wants things delivered to their house, and they want it delivered immediately. So, there is that necessary evil of these trucks. So, working with the municipalities to come up with suitable solutions where not everyone is 100% a winner, but everyone, has to give a little, and you make it work.
Yeah, and I can understand in situations where it's like a really poorly ran truck parking facility where the neighboring parcels have an issue, but a well-ran, well-kept-up truck parking facility, I think municipalities should be way more lenient, and I do think the world's kind of going that way because there's a lot more general population awareness. There's the common question now is, why are these trucks parked on the side of the road? Right. And that's becoming more and more aware, and we've had some, a number of high-profile accidents that have resulted in, a lot of fatalities of just general population that swerved a little bit off the road and hit a trailer.
Someone's on their phone, someone nodded off. Yeah. It's bad. So where we are in northern New Jersey, it's a big problem. Not so much on the turnpike, but on a lot of the other highways, and there is no solution for them. Yeah. So that's what we're hoping to help with.
Yeah. So let's do some intros. So
Sure.
tell me name,
Yeah.
company.
So Frank Mazzola, my company is Fleet Parking Solutions. It's a relatively new company. I've been in the iOS parking storage space since 2016. I had my own trucking company, and it became very, very evident to me that there was more money in parking these trucks than driving them. So we sold the trucking company and got our first iOS property in 2016. Still have that property in Moonachie, New Jersey. And that's it. We have an interesting model. We are very, very hands-on. The biggest hurdle we have right now is, as we scale the business, maintaining that hands-on. And what you and I were just talking about before, about the quality of the product that you put out. As you get bigger and bigger, it gets tougher and tougher to maintain that level of quality. But that's what we do. We have a portfolio of industrial outdoor storage yards for parking trailers, containers, trucks. We work with small mom and pop fleets all the way up to the largest companies in the country. And we work on a daily basis, which we do a lot with Truck Parking Club, which has been a great partner to us. We also do a lot on the intermediary side, month to month, and shorter engagements. And then we also do a lot of longer term engagements, especially the bigger, fleet operators like the ones we have here. They're not interested in picking up and moving in 6 months, so they're looking for a little more term. And that's what we do. We have 18 properties in our portfolio right now. We launched the company in February of last year, and we add about a property a month now. And
awesome.
So we're excited. We were predominantly in New Jersey. That's our backyard, and it's obviously one of the more densely populated areas in the country. But now we're in Pennsylvania, we're in South Carolina, we're in Florida, we're soon to be in Georgia, and we're going to continue that whole Eastern Seaboard, and we're going to start working west.
Yeah, I could definitely vouch for you guys. We work with a lot of truck parking operators. As I say, we're like Switzerland. We just work with everyone. But I can definitely vouch for you guys. You guys have a great operation, and everybody that parks with you have great experiences. And I think it's crucial to focus on keeping that quality. For us, we can scale quite quickly because we are operationally light on the ground side, right, and no assets, right, and so we can scale kind of along with what's out there. But I think for truck parking operators to end up being one of the big names in truck parking, I think is going to require a lot of thoughtfulness on your operations, right, and scaling for just to scale, I think could be the downside of some truck parking operators long term, because like you said, you said it from the very beginning, maintaining that quality is going to be crucial long term, to have that name brand that when you pull into one of your locations, they know what they're going to get. And as far as I can tell, we work with most of the truck parking operators. You guys are one of the best at it.
Yeah, I appreciate that. We cut our teeth in what I think is probably one of the most, if not the most difficult market. Today we're dealing with snowstorms all week, and making sure those yards are plowed, salted, and safe. And then there's the safety issue too, because in a lot of the areas that we operate in, there is a high crime rate. And so there's a lot, I feel like the fact that we've been able to cut our teeth in this market as we do expand, and we take that model, it's kind of battle tested. But just talking a little bit about our relationship with Truck Parking Club, we started with you guys not that long ago, in November.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say now we're north of 1,000 reservations in a really short period of time, and we might even be well north of that. And it's been a great experience. You guys, on the customer service side, you just continue to improve and improve, and from already a very strong platform. But you're very responsive and you learn, and I could see that in working with you guys. Back in November, some of the things that were not issues. You get into it and you gotta weed out the issues, and a lot of the things that we were experiencing right off the bat. We don't have those issues anymore. And at the same time, the number of reservations that we book with you guys on a daily basis has gone up substantially. So that's kudos to you guys. It's an amazing platform. Your customer service people are just top notch, and your technology. You know, it's you make it for property managers like us that do what we do. It's a really, really, really valuable tool, and we utilize it more and more.
Yeah. We I think we were talking about this yesterday. A lot of the suggestions that you and your team make and have started making since the beginning are crucial for us improving. We iterate, optimize constantly with our technology, with our operations, and some of those notes that you guys have sent us end up on calls with a lot of our team where we're talking about, okay, we need to do this on the tech side, we need to integrate, or we need to, on our operations side, we need to have them going about it this way, and just constant improvement. Just constant improvement is really our motto in the company.
It goes both ways, funny, because we were talking yesterday, one of the reservations that came through TPC, he gave us a 3 on a review, and we typically are getting top reviews. And what had happened was there was a heavy wind, and one of our garbage cans at this particular yard blew over, and there was garbage everywhere. And he alerted us to that. And it was, we would have gotten to it that day, but he let us know as it happened. But my point is, we get a lot of feedback too from you guys, and that gives us the ability to enhance and improve the product that we put out.
Yeah, for sure. And that's the type of companies we love to work with. Just constant improvement, good people, just doing good business together, and we really appreciate having you on the platform. I know when we first started talking, I don't know, maybe a year ago or something. And just continuing to work the relationship, and it's like anything else. It's like being here, right? Just continuing to grow, and then once you have that opportunity of working with each other, I think we both delivered really well on our end of the bargain, and look forward to, I know you guys are kind of just getting, in the sense of the grand scheme, you guys, I know your goals, and it'll be very exciting to sit down here next year and see how far you've come.
It's going to be, I believe it'll be an interesting conversation, and hopefully we're going to have a lot to be proud of.
Yeah, absolutely. Pleasure.
Pleasure.
Good talking with you, Frank.
Yeah, good talking with you.